Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are reacting to NMIXX's latest title track. This one's called See That, but it's actually, it looks like it's Pyeol Pyeol Pyeol, which I think is star, like star, 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 see that. But yeah, anyway, so if you're watching this one after the one I just put up, you know that I was a little hit or miss on Sicka. I did enjoy that they took risk, and I enjoyed the song for what it was. It's not a song I would want them to emulate the style of very often, but I've never made a secret that I love the group. I love the girls, but I don't love their music because I like the individual pieces of their songs, but I don't like the mix pop thing that they do. However, I've heard some songs from them that I did enjoy. Some had the pop, mix, some didn't. And of course I've met them a couple of times. So I was like, you know what? Let me give their latest title track a shot here on the channel, and hopefully I'll enjoy it. If I don't, then I'll go back to not reacting to them except for requests. But if I do, then you know they can keep showing up here in the future with their later stuff. So let's find out what they've got with See That. This one's about 3.5 minutes long. Honey? Alright, we got that badass vibe coming up early. Yeah, actually, I can definitely feel the tension. There's my girl. Okay. Just learned something new. Interesting. Cute choreo. Vocals are great. Interesting. Okay. Love the harmony here. Gorgeous. Impressive choreo. Okay. Hi. Goodbye. Oh. Why? Uh, okay, so oh wait, there's. I thought it said 326 out of 327. I was like, okay, that's a weird way to end, but there's still 11 seconds. My bad. We didn't miss anything. Okay, so I will say a couple of things here. Very hip hop influenced. I enjoyed that part. Vocals were solid. There wasn't really anything where they had to significantly stand out vocally, other than the harmony there at that one part that I mentioned, which was actually really nice. The visuals of the video are definitely interesting. Obviously, the girls look fantastic, but like the the story, for lack of a better term, that we're telling in the video is very, well, they said it themselves, very weird. And obviously, it's done that way on purpose. Now, I did find out, and I don't know what it is because I didn't read it, but I did find out that this group actually has lore. So I'm sure there's better explanations for everything that we saw here than what I'm going to be able to give. Because again, I now know that they have it, but I haven't read it. Uh, I do know that their album is this the third one that has the symbol like FeO4 or whatever the symbol is. It's the um, chemical symbol for magnetite, I think is the ore there, which of course is supposed to be very magnetic. Um, and we'll go into that a little, but the other thing I was gonna say is that there was a change up here, but it wasn't so vastly different that I hated it. So that's nice. It's just it felt out of place. But that's the problem with the change up in every song, whether it's right in your face or not, is that it's always out of place. It's always combining two different songs into one, and it really shouldn't be done. Um, like I said, it wasn't so obvious that I would say I didn't like it. But I'm probably never gonna say that I enjoy the mix. Let's just be real here. I think all their songs should be separated because individually the parts 10 out of 10 songs. The reason I say this one wasn't bad but it doesn't fit is because the whole tone of the video has this darker theme to it. It has, I'm not really sure if the message was dark. Well, I didn't catch much of the message. We'll go back for that. But tone wise, you could tell everything. It's almost borderline like suspense or even horror type of vibe. But then with the change up, it's like all bright and peppy to a certain extent, and it's almost like, I don't want to describe this. It's kind of like a teenager who's going through a goth phase, but then they still have moments where they want to be playful little kids. I think that's a fair assessment of what I saw. Uh, not that, not I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying like that's the vibe I'm getting from that mix up there. That again, it just doesn't fit. But all right, let's go back and see what we can pick out in terms of lyrics and video. And as far as the message of the song, I didn't catch a ton of it, but it seems to be a song about basically accepting who you are and loving yourself. Because they mentioned, oh, I said I learned something new. So apparently, Pierre also means weirdo or weird. because it's the same word that they're using, but they change it from weird to star in the lyrics. So yeah, we'll point that out. But anyway, let's go back and listen again. All right, so they're scribbling. It's very weird. They're making X's here. Oh yeah, I wanted to see, what does this warning symbol say? Warning, whatever the hell this says. It might not say anything. It might just be the scribbles that they were making. I can't tell. Does it? What was the name of this one? See that? It looks like it is like supposed to be stylistic, like star, star, star. Okay, anyway. This video will wake up the black sheep within you. Okay. We talked about black sheep in the Sika video, but the black sheep is the one who they're part of the group, part of the family, whatever, but they stand out. They don't fit in. Whether that's because they're rule breakers or they're generally frowned upon for whatever reason. That's the general meaning of a black sheep. After watching, you may find yourself unable to keep things hidden and feel okay with being different from others. There's that self-love. You may start acting according to your own desires and imagination. Do not hide your true self any longer, because we are all black sheep. Meh. Anyway, all right. This intro is nice and heavy. It's got some weight to it. That's why when they say, nice shot of Bay here. That's why when they say, do you feel the tension? I was like, yeah, actually I do. Yeah. The monster. Can you feel that tension? Yeah. Know what am I? Hardcore. So this first line here, painting black polish on a broken fingernail doesn't matter. It's already setting the stage for what we would consider being weird. Like, first off, the black polish, kind of that goth phase I was talking about, but also just any kind of polish on a broken fingernail. You're kind of like, why bother? It's like putting new headlights on a old car or something like that, to a obviously smaller extent. Like, you're being weird. It doesn't fix the nail. It doesn't change anything about it. Why would you try to like paint over it, kind of thing? So we're untangling earphones. That is like the worst. So some of y'all might be too young to know this, because most of your stuff are like earbuds and stuff like that now. But if you remember having the portable headphones, not the ones like over the head, but the ones that were attached to cables and went through the aux jack, and just like went over your ear or even in the ear. If you put those in your pocket, it doesn't matter how neatly you stored them when you put them in your pocket. If you take them out, those headphones are tangled. It is insane. You can find the same type of concept if you looked at my setup here with all the cables. I know exactly which cable goes to which. I can, it's all separated, but it's a jumbled mess regardless. So anyway, that was just a tangent, but untangling earphones, like untangling my messy hair. But when she's saying untangling the earphones, so she's comparing it to her messy hair and like how difficult it is to untangle. But what she's basically saying is the music is something that everybody either can listen to or should listen to, and maybe it's difficult to get that song to everyone, which is why it's like a metaphorical untying of the earphones. throwing the brick. We saw that, like, that little magnetite here. It's one of the rare times I got the perfect frame on it. But break it, the me you've known. So, and they talk about, I think the line before that mentioned, yeah, who cares, not your stereotype. Like, you have these expectations of what I should sound like, what I should look like, what I should be. But I don't care about that because I'm not your stereotype. And then the next line is breaking the stereotypes. Like, break it, the me that you've known. So everything that you thought you knew about me, and you think you know me because of that, like, that's not all of me. So get rid of this image you had of what you thought I could do, because I can do more. And then, of course, cinematically, we have the brick breaking through the wall right as we say, break it, the me you've known. Now, why that turns into a screwdriver, I don't know. But this is where we get the switch up here, and they're out in the bright sunshine now. Everyone looks at us and criticizes. It's like basically a message to the haters, like everyone who has always said, because there's been haters and doubters all along the way that have said, like, you're not gonna make it with this mix concept. I haven't been one of the people who said they won't make it. I think they'll be great. It's just not my favorite thing to hear. And then we've got whoa, there's so many weirdos. Look at their legs though, like, especially our girl here on the right. Which one is this? I know most of their names, but I don't know them individually all just yet. I know. Is this? I'm not even gonna try because I don't want to be wrong. But anyway, she looks like she's about to break her kneecap. You know, tear an ACL out here. Yeah, the byer. All kinds of weirdos. But then we have that twinkle little star line, and remember that scribble that they were doing earlier, now it's turning into like clear-cut stars. But that's also part of it too, as far as the story of the video. Remember, we started out and maybe it was weird, maybe it was just scribbles, they didn't have a clear vision. But now, where as they're drawing, it's the vision's becoming clear and they're becoming stars. Even though they might have been weirdos, they're still stars. They've got star like on their tongue, and this was also cool that I didn't catch at first. Well, this wasn't, not this, but since I'm already back here, see if I can find that other scene, other image I was gonna look at. I just missed it again. Okay, I give up. No, there it is. So yeah, she had the star here. And you see little star references throughout the video there, if you're quick enough to catch it. This was what I was gonna stop at though. So she's got the black polish on the broken nails here, which I didn't even notice that part. But what I was trying to stop at was they make, you know, this sign as one of the points of the stars in the choreo a lot. So we've got the heart and the star connecting here, as opposed to just a heart or just the star. I just thought that was a cool little shot here. All right. Now this is the real change up, though. The one earlier wasn't so much a change up as it was almost a tone shift. This, though, is the actual change up, and it's strange. For one, just look at them. They're in brighter colors now, and they're still against this dark backdrop with the thunderstorm and everything. So, like, and they're cheerful, or at least Lily is. They're smiling. Solyun's got a smile. The girls over here are like, I don't know about this one, Chief. But I don't know. At least the change-up didn't start with NMIXX change-up. Erase the square box, so you think of when you're stereotyping or when you have expectation, you're putting someone in a box. And obviously a box is a square, maybe a rectangle if you want to be, talk about semantics. But they're talking about breaking out of that because, again, we go back to that line earlier about breaking the stereotype. That frogs, moles, come follow me. I assume that this is just talking about, like, the people that might be considered weirdos by others. Like, like all the weird people, y'all can come follow me. Yeah, see, it's so much brighter than the tone of the rest of the video. Alright, so even if I stumble, I'll brush off my knees. So, okay, cool. We're still paving our own way. It doesn't matter if we fall down because we're going to get right back up and keep trying. Go for the goal. Everyone clear the way, yo. That reminds me of the line that they had in Sicko where they mentioned, like, getting on their wheel. Everyone, out of the way type of thing. Slam dunk in the helmet. And now we're back to the weird dark vibes going on here. Yes, we do see a lot of weirdos. There was the star thing on the tongue again. Stars on the contact. This is my favorite part of the song. Also, got the star in her hair. Yeah, that actually she's got a few stars. I only saw this one at first, but yeah, they it's appropriate obviously to have all the star imagery, not just because of the message of the song, but it's literally the title of the song. Now they're flying like some Peter Pan, off in Neverland kind of stuff. Hit him with the hard-hitting, sexy choreo there for a second. And then we're pulling out the magnetite out of them again. I love Really, man. Wait, what does it say? That's the star, 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 and I didn't see what the word below it was, but... Okay, but Solyun, why do you have to get so creepy? We were doing just fine. Oh, that stereotype and it's crossed out. Okay. But again, why did we have to get creepy, and why did we have to get like the semi-invisible children of the corn over here? I don't understand. That was completely unnecessary. Alright. Anyway, alright guys, that's the reaction for NMIXX with See That. Honestly, it grew on me the second time going through it, as I got a chance to look a little deeper into the lyrics, and I appreciated the vocals towards the end even more. Still not a huge fan of the change-up, but it's not as in your face as a lot of the change-ups in their songs are. So if they could make the change-up minimalistic like this one, even though the tone was drastically different, the music itself wasn't. I could deal with that pretty easily, and then I could more readily get into this group. But also, just real quick on their logo, I like this. They've put the NMIXX, but the X's have turned into stars. And actually, I think that's what they did when they would look like they were scribbling at the very beginning. they were making these X's, but they were doing them in star patterns, I think. I'd have to watch again to look, and I'm not going to do that right now. But now that I've seen it, that's what I think's going on here. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, this was my first time being pretty much right on board with an NMIXX title track, so I think I'll keep giving them a chance, because this was good enough that I was like, okay, I could get into this. And again, the mix wasn't, you know, it wasn't distasteful, but that's not the word I'm looking for, because that implies that the other ones are, and that's not what I'm trying to say. It's just not, the others haven't been for me. But anyway, shout out to the Patreons. They'll be right up here. Thank you guys for all your support. If you're interested, there is a Patreon, of course. Subs get access to things that we can't put here on YouTube, like survival shows, concert experiences, that kind of thing. Also, they get guaranteed prioritized requests sent to the top of the queue every month. There is a link to the queue in the description below, so feel free to check that out. And if you want to get to the top of the queue, but maybe you're not on board with the whole Patreon deal, then you can sponsor a request through PayPal. But anyway, thanks for checking this one out, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your interpretation of things down below. Maybe if you've heard them talk about it, or if you had a different thought process on this, especially if you know the lore, because I don't, so you're going to have a lot more information. So feel free to share. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.